Last time on the 20-Sided Realms.
Here's the deal. Not only do I have a sizable debt to my former employers, but also we're going to need to spend some money to get this place up and running.
The trap door opens. The big toe gives a little boost to the little toe, and they come out of the basement. I've got a little job for you, Dylan. It's a golden locket. I would like you to retrieve it and just bring it back here, and we'll take it off your hands.
You know, I was able to take care of this, no problem.
Very good. I'm glad to hear it. As you, of course, guessed, this was just a test.
Yeah.
As your payment, you get to keep the locket.
What?
Okay.
But don't you worry, we're going to have more for you to do in the near future. Welcome back to the 20-Sided Realms. Let's play some Dungeons & Dragons. The scene opens with the interior of Troll Skull Manor. It is far cleaner than it has ever been, probably in years, although still in relative disrepair. Some work definitely needs to be done with this building to bring it back to its once great glory. In the bar, we have the diminutive Penny, as well as the monstrous Kavan, and the mischievous Chaz. But our good friend Dolan is nowhere to be seen until shortly the front door opens. And how does Dolan look, Blake, as he enters the tavern this fine morning?
You know, Dolan looks tired and disheveled a little bit. But when he steps into his own property, his own space, his steps become lighter. And in his hand, he has some fresh eggs, butter, and a bunch of different accoutrements to make breakfast in my kitchen here. So I'm tired, but the energy's coming back.
Because you get to cook in your own kitchen now.
Yes.
A kitchen that you won through your own sweat and blade.
And I have mice, sous chefs, and everything like that. A whole family of mice help me in there.
Yeah, the family of mice that inhabits this tavern has become a fixture of it. They are doing their duty to keep the place clean, and they're being well fed and taken care of with their micey ways.
Thanks to Penny and Penny's touch with the animals.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Friend of the small.
Dolan gets breakfast underway, and it is a delicious feast. The companions all enjoy it, and soon after breakfast, there is a knock on the tavern door.
Chaz goes to the door, knocks back.
There is a slight hesitation, and then the knock repeats in the same pattern that you used to knock back, Chaz.
Chaz goes, knock, knock. Knock, knock. And he waits.
You'll hear a gruff voice. This is getting kind of annoying. Can you just open the door?
Chaz turns to Dolan. It's for you. It's for you.
All right. I will put down all the dishes because no one's doing the dishes, and take my apron off, go all the way across, and then I'll
interject
open the door.
real quick. As you put down the dishes, some mice run and they pick up the dishes and they start carrying it over into the bucket.
It's great. It's great having a family of mice. And you know what? And if they ever poo, it's just like adds a little bit of spice. No, we don't talk about
mice
that.
Spice.
mice spice.
If only we can train them to answer the door.
That'd be great. Like a system of pulleys.
Maybe when Sluggy's big enough, Sluggy will be up for being the doorkeeper.
Yeah, we have a bouncer, a yellow slug bouncer. I'll open the door.
You open the door and you find two people standing at the doorstep of the Troll Skull Manor. One of them, a tall, bearded man with a prodigious beer belly about his frame. He is in his mid-40s, and he has the look of a man who enjoys himself a mere. No, that's
Yeah.
all right.
He loves looking at himself.
He enjoys himself a meal and a beer. A mere. With him is a much smaller companion who has just as prodigious beer belly, but a small halfling man with a mighty mutton chops is his companions. The gruff voice that you heard through the door is the one that greets you first. Hello, yes, I'm Hammond, and this here is Broxley. Broxley gives you a curt little bow. We represent the Innkeepers Guild and the Brewers Guild, respectively.
Well, hello. I'm Dolan Shinglesplinter. And this is the Troll Skull Manor. But you know what? We're not really up and running for business, but...
Oh, that's exactly why we're here. I would hope you're not up and running for business, because that would bring the wrath of the guilds down upon you. Do you plan on reopening sometime in the future?
Kavan, it's for you. It's for you, Kavan. The visitors wanted to see you.
I walk over there.
As Kavan enters into the door frame, you see both of them kind of take a half step back as this mass of muscle and hair comes into frame. They don't stop. The halfling interjects. Yes, well, we are merely making a friendly visit. Wanted to introduce ourselves and find out if you, the new owners of this, this old and ancient and prodigious establishment, all plan on reopening it. We're quite interested, if you are.
Well, I mean, here's the deal. I mean, I'm still working at the Loaf and Kettle. I'm still pulling shifts there. You know, me and my other, the other people that live here, we have a lot of other things going on. So, like, I guess the eventual plan, would be to open up this establishment, but I don't know how far in the future we're talking. Could be months from now. Could be a year
Hammond
from now.
he leans in a little bit and looks around and says, it does look like it definitely would take some work to get this presentable again.
And I've got my hands full. There's only so much we can do. I'm cradling Sluggy and just like petting him, and my hands all sticky and weird.
they give a sideways glance at the slugginess going on.
And the thing is, I mean, we definitely have a lead on the finest Waterdavian chicken. Not our friend here, our yellow friend here, but like,
Your slug ears.
not our friendly slug here, but we have some contacts in context. We have some contacts in Waterdeep, so we definitely have the things that we need. We just need more time.
The halfling speaks in. Well, it does look like you need quite a bit of work. I could recommend an excellent contractor if the need is such.
Okay, well, yeah, maybe, yeah. Give us your card. Give us your cards, your information.
Well, I'll give him your name and tell him to stop by and introduce himself.
So what you guys just coming in to say hi, or you wanted to talk? I mean, just a friendly greeting? I mean, what?
Well, listen, if you do plan on reopening the tavern here, we want to make sure that it's all up and up. There is an annual fee to become a member of the guild, and it comes with certain perks and benefits, of course. It's 250 gold a year. That gets you into the Taverns Guild, as well as the Vintners, Distillers, and Brewers Guild, of which I represent. It will get you the access to all of our supply chains, and of course the best pick of our current vintages and brews available. And Broxley here, of course, would be able to help supply you with any additional workers you might need, bedding, and make sure you keep all the regulations up to snuff if you plan on renting out rooms.
Is that like a certificate that we hang on the wall to get into the guild? Is that like a license?
Yes, absolutely. It's all up and up. You'd get a certificate signed and notarized by the magistrates, and yes, it is required to run an establishment here in Waterdeep.
What's the thickness of the paper that certificate is printed on? Is that official bonds paper? And what's the coloration? Is that kind of like the normal top with a little bit of texture on it? Is that what the certificate is?
Well, I mean, yes, you described it fairly.
A little bit of gold inlay, and you said it's a seal and a signature that it needs, right?
Yes, by the magistrate. You could see one in basically any tavern here in the city. You have to get a specific one for each ward.
Oh no, yeah, sounds great. We'll just write Wolf Skull. Well, we gotta pick our name. We gotta pick like our official name, but we'll just write that on ours. Hey, you've been very helpful. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Very good. Please feel free to send us a note when you're ready to join the guild.
Yeah, we got it from here, Chief. Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for the pop in. And you know what? When we're up and running, you can come in and we'll gift you a free meal, courtesy of yours truly.
Oh, that'll be wonderful. Can't wait. The two of them then walk away and go on about their day.
Chaz, why did you ask so many questions about the paper?
Oh, just trying to save us $250 a year. That's all.
And now, Chaz, here's the thing. You're a relatively young man, and you're learning a thing or two about the world. And there's really, when it comes to criminal organizations, the top of the level in terms of dangerous is homeowners associations. Those are the most devious and demonic associations there are in organized crime. And underneath that are the licensing organizations for businesses. And then underneath that, you have prostitution, gambling, and everything else. So I'd think twice about thinking what you're thinking. Just want to put that out there. I'm not going to stop you. Just these people can be dangerous.
Well, I mean, we're going to have to cut a lot of corners if we're going to raise an extra $250 a year. I mean, we're not going to be able to pay those mice over there anything if we got to pay that kind of overhead.
Do not talk about payment to the mice, okay? The last thing we need is organized labor from the mice.
A mouse union?
Oh, jeez.
Don't even say that. Mice love to organize.
In the background, the mice scurry by holding signs.
Are they on strike?
Yeah.
What do we want? Pay! How do we get paid? With cheese!
Yeah, I mean, let's just, before you get too crazy, Chaz, we'll think about that when the time comes. But I love your energy.
I mean, otherwise we'll have to go on like adventures every year to raise that kind of money to pay to the guild, and I mean, I guess we could do that. Just try to get like a lot of treasure every year so that we can afford to lose money on this business venture here. That'll be good.
Doesn't sound like you have much confidence in us running a successful business. I don't like that.
Well,
you've got to be positive.
Our only cook has another job, so I don't see us doing that much business, but I mean, maybe.
I mean, I'm the only one with a job, but that's okay.
Listen, if we get a good kitchen stool for me and I can get up to the counters, I'm willing to learn how to make a bread bowl.
A lot of possibilities here. Well, 250 gold a year or free, depending on what Chaz can do. Okay, at least we know what kind of budget we're looking at every year, in addition to, the other costs. And I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I don't know. maybe these guys might need work done. I mean, maybe there's an adventure or two that we can do for them, and that could take care of the license right there.
Like a trade for the license.
Mm-hmm. Maybe, who knows?
Later that afternoon, there's another knock at the front door.
I guess let Chaz do his knocking thing.
All right, Mage Hand mimics it perfectly.
23 minutes later, the door is finally opened. And you see well beyond his middle years, a man in his 50s. He's wearing a leather apron, has several charcoal sticks and measuring tools, and a little tool bag with him. He has lots of salt and pepper in his hair, but he is clean shaven, all except for a massive mustache. He has a kind twinkle to his eyes. He greets the four of you as you all stand in the doorway after the knocking fiasco. And he has a bit of a chuckle. Well, that was quite the knock there. I almost gave up, but I'm glad I did it. Let me introduce myself. Broxley dropped me a line, said I should stop by. There's some new owners here of Trollskull Manor. My name is Robert Vila.
Okay.
I've heard that name before.
Yeah. You might have seen my shop. It's down in the dock wards. That's why I get a lot of my labor. But it's called This Old Tavern.
Ah.
And well, basically, our business is renovations. We like to, come in and we're all gilded and above the board. Have all of our license in order. But if you'd like, I could give you a free inspection and let you know what it would take to get this tavern up and running.
One moment, please. I'm gonna ask everybody to come around. I'm like, we should have him do the inspection and then just do whatever he says ourselves.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Or get the mice to do it before they unionize and go on strike.
Or Falcon and his buddies. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had nothing. Some goblin labor. I like where you guys are at.
Yeah. We've got plenty of friends, and we'll treat them nice. We don't.
Maybe you could even kind of drop a list and also maybe some blueprints, because we were talking about getting some sweet portcullis doors and stuff in the basement. So we could really make use of this free estimate here.
Yeah. Be cool though. Act like we want him to do it, so he does a good job.
Yeah.
All right, I got this.
Chaz starts rolling a gold coin around in his fingers.
Like all rich people.
Right. Exactly.
You know what? I think, but Broccoli Man. Broccoli. What's his name? Brocklin.
Broccoli left. Broxley left.
Broxley.
You mean my friend Broxley, the Hobbit? I mean, no, not the Hobbit. Halfling.
Mr. Broxley
This
is
is Robert Vila.
Yeah, Mr. Broxley speaks correctly. Yeah, we would love to have you take a look at give us a little estimate, get a quote, see what kind of work needs to be done, and then if you seem like you could be a pretty handy guy there,
All right, Robert Vila comes into the tavern, takes a look. Is like, oh, very nice. I do see that there's definitely some work that needs to be done here, but good bones. He goes up to a pillar that is kind of in the middle of the room, and he taps on it and looks at it. It's like, unfortunately, we might have to keep this pillar here. It seems to be a load-bearing pillar. We might be able to run a new I-beam if you really want to get more of an open concept in here. I'm thinking of going more with a combination of rustic and modern decor.
I would say don't add anything that you don't need to add.
Okay.
We got to clear all this with the ghost first anyway. So continue.
He taps on the floor. A lot of it is kind of broken up and rotted out. But he actually even like peels up one of the boards and looks underneath. Oh, it looks like you have a nice hardwood floor underneath this softwood floor that you have on top. That could save you a lot of money. We could rip out all this and kind of bring up back a nice finish, and you could have hardwood floors all throughout here.
Yeah, that's weird. People just put wood on wood.
Well, the softwood was all the rage back in the 1240s.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We get that shag softwood.
Oh, that was in the 1470s.
Okay.
With like pine needles sticking up, like a little shag carpet. Is that what you're imagining?
Yeah.
Lots of flowered prints too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, avocado, green.
Orange highlights.
Yeah. I mean, we can go with the whole retro thing. I mean, have you ever thought about that? You talked about modern and rustic, but what about retro?
Bringing back shagwood flooring. That's very interesting. He takes several measurements and is writing down lots of info in his little tablet that he has brought. After he takes all his measurements, writes down his information, he tears the page out, gives it to you. It has a detailed list of everything that needs to be done. And at the bottom, a price of 998 gold coins would get all of the work done. He said that we could probably have it done in a month. Yeah, it would take about a month. It would be barely an inconvenience. We'd be in and out of here, and you'd be ship shape and ready to open the doors after that.
And in this includes the portcullis down below.
Yes, if you see right there, you went into great detail about how you wanted to secure your sewer entrance, and I have that all added into the quote.
Just making sure. Don't want you to pull a fast one on us.
No.
What's the payment plan on this? How long do we have with interest free, no payments?
Well, for us to begin work, it's half up front, and then it would be the remaining balance would be due upon completion.
Let me ask you this. What if we decided to skip all the fun shagwood flooring and we just wanted to make sure that like the roof isn't going to fall in on our patrons? Like, what's bare minimum we could put into the place and have no one die in here? And it would be safe for Sluggy. Sluggy's growing up here. We want it to be as safe, but maybe no frills.
So do you want me to take off the portcullis off the quote? Or is that something you find essential?
That's necessary.
Okay. Well,
you want Sluggy to be safe.
We took off a few of the additional, we'll call them embellishments here. Just getting it, safe up to code, 775.
Okay,
Would
great.
you be willing to trade for anything?
Madam, I don't know what you're suggesting.
No. Like an adventure. We're adventurers. I'm so sorry. And Penny's like very embarrassed, and she's gonna take Sluggy and like walk into the kitchen.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to embarrass young lady. I was just having a little bit of fun. That's some contractor humor. We're not very funny.
Chaz is gonna speak in Kavan's brain and say, "Okay, I need you to say to Robert Vila, say exactly this. Would you be willing to trade for anything? Just say that, Kavan."
Okay, I'll say it. Would you be willing to trade for anything, really?
Well, unfortunately,
did I do that right? Was that good? I'm asking Bob. Was that good?
Yeah, that was very good. That was very good, Kavan. Unfortunately, my business is such that I do deal strictly in hard currency. But you seem to be very capable. I could tell that the price is a little bit what's the word I'm looking for?
Hi.
High, yes, yes.
Prodigious. I believe the word is prodigious.
It's a prodigious price. I assure you that it's very competitive. You won't be able to find the quality of work I'll be able to provide for this price. We are in Waterdeep, the city of splendors. If coin is something you are short on, I assure you that you'll be able to find a way to achieve it. There is plenty of work and adventure to be had. I'll leave this quote with you. We're not going anywhere. Just you have my information there. I put the address down of my shop. So drop me a line or stop by in person, and we can get started whenever you're ready.
Well, thank you, Mr. Vila.
You're welcome.
Always a pleasure to see another fine craftsman in our building.
With that, old Robert Vila will tip his head and bid you a fine adieu.
I hate that guy.
Dolan has some anger issues.
It's not his fault.
Dolan has some baggage. He's just lived a lot, you know?
Yeah.
Even though I'm much older than him, he's developed a lot more baggage and resentment.
It's just, these tradesmen, thinking they could take advantage of us just because, we don't know how to use a hammer, sick, they didn't go to school, like, I worked hard. I went to culinary school, I learned how to cook from a professional. And, all of a sudden, like, I need to get work done. And it's just like, that could be, I'm going to give you a quote. Just because you don't know how to saw wood or anything like that or lay tile, I'm going to gouge you. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of resentment. Okay. Mm-hmm. That and wagon mechanics, same thing. It's the same deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, restaurants are expensive sometimes. Just because somebody went to culinary school doesn't mean they can gouge me.
Well, no one would ever gouge you. Come on.
What if we start really gouging people on the price of bread bowls? Maybe we could make the money that way.
Yeah, see, guys, I think the thing is money's going to come and money's going to go. It's just we got to decide what we're going to do. Are we going to try to do it ourselves? Are we going to try to forge our license, which I don't think is a good idea?
Yeah. I think if we're going to pay for anything, we should, I know, Chaz, you have your ideas, but we probably should pay for that license. I just feel like that might backfire.
I'll give it a try and see if I come up with something that looks pretty cool. We'll see.
Well, maybe what you could do, Chaz, maybe you could make fake licenses and sell them to more disreputable businesses in the dock areas. Mm-hmm. And then we can use those earnings to buy a legal license.
This sounds a lot like the old Dolan.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I agree with him. It's not a bad idea. But, I mean, we could adventure and let's make a sign on our door and just put it on the door. Adventures for hire. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we could turn it like into
we can pass them out to people when they walk by.
We could flick them. We could flick the papers to get their attention.
I can just go out there and yell if anybody needs anything.
I like where we don't have to turn this into a restaurant. We could make this an adventurers guild. Just saying, people will need to stay, and sleep in between adventures. There's always going to be food.
I think we've proven that we're a good team of adventurers. You know what else I think there's a market for? We could do some investigating for people. Everybody knows the guard is not very good at that. And we have been pretty good at finding things, finding people. And I think there's a demand for that, And when Sluggy's big, we could even provide protection. So, maybe the restaurant had too much overhead. Maybe we go a different route with this business.
Maybe we could do knife fights.
You've lost me.
Okay.
These are all excellent ideas as the party of adventurers put their heads together on how they're going to make some extra gold. What is the ultimate? Well, what's the idea that rises to the top? What's the one that you're going to pursue first?
Well, we definitely need to make some money to get the place repaired.
Mm-hmm. So it's safe for Sluggy and us and the mice.
Yeah.
We don't want the mice to leave, you know?
No.
Maybe we should. I was gonna say we find Falcon and show him that list, see if any of his buddies know how to use saws and hammers and stuff. You know.
Goblin labor is much cheaper than licensed guild members for sure.
Well, I think definitely we regardless of which way we want to go, we do need to get it fixed up. Whether it's an investigation detective group or a restaurant or an adventurers guild, we still need to raise money to get it up to snuff and code.
Side note, I was going to say, are we slowly becoming villains? Because we're talking about abusing goblin labor, and we're all like about union busting now.
We're gonna pay them. We're gonna pay the goblins.
Yeah, maybe we need to make sure we're feeding the mice too. I don't like what we're becoming when I actually think about it. I feel like I've maybe been in the city too long, and I'm losing some of my gnome morals. I'm a slug mom now, so we just need to make sure that we're setting a good example for the slugs.
I agree.
Yeah, I think that's going to need to be Penny's role. You need to be the Jiminy Cricket of this group.
Yeah, you've got to be responsible. Yeah, I got caught up in this city life, and maybe it's just not me.
Okay, so the knife fights are only going to be to first blood then, right? Is that what you're saying?
I think knife fights need to be off the table, you know?
All right, we'll think about that one. We'll think about one.
Or at
let's
least
sleep on it.
only in like a certain room where the mice and the slugs
Only like
can't see.
Saturdays. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, after bed.
Does Sluggy fight? Is that something we could market? Make a little ring here in the room.
No, I mean a slug fight sounds like it would be pretty slow going anyway.
Lots of time to lay wagers, adjust wagers, raises.
And Sluggy's a baby, and I'm gonna like wrap a little like bundle around Sluggy and like turn away violently as I say that, like insulted. Sluggy is a baby.
Gotta start him young. All right. We'll find ways to make money. I mean, we can just gold plate stuff and sell it for way more than we got it for, right? Get what's his face in on this. Get old Vincent Tiger's Eye, Embrick Smith.
Embrick,
get old Embrick in on this.
Yeah.
Well, I think the best chance that we have is going on an adventure because we might get paid for it, but there's also a chance we'll find valuables like last time.
Yeah.
So do we need to advertise? Back to that idea? Like how do we dig up a new adventure?
Well, I've been here the longest in Waterdeep, and it just kind of seems like whenever you need something, it just comes knocking on the door.
Yeah, that's not going to work this time.
Isn't there a board somewhere where people post things?
Oh, we could go back and check the gnome town hall to see if there's anything on their little bulletin board.
Yeah.
Well, I could go down the portal and the yawning chasm inn. We could go down there.
So Dolan, being a resident, you will know that many taverns do have bulletin boards that if work is needed, you can search those the tavern board network, so to speak.
TBN.
Yeah. The
TBN.
TBN jobs can be found, and many of them paying.
Well, I tell you what. Why don't we check out the tavern board networks and see what kind of jobs are being posted right now? I would suggest Maybe we head to the biggest tavern of them all, the Yawning Portal, and see what's up there.
It's a classic. All right. Everyone is getting ready to go out for the night. Kavan's getting his best loincloth. He only has 2.
One of them is much fresher.
The most recently laundered one.
One's for like sleeping, one's for going out.
Yeah. One's for just running around the house.
Does Kavan grab any of his purple garb?
You know what? Yeah. Tonight is special, so I'm going to wear the purple outfit.
Purple cape.
Mm-hmm.
And the hat, the whole deal.
Yeah, because if I look fancier, people might be willing to pay a higher price for somebody who looks so nice.
Absolutely. As you enter the Yawning Portal, the familiar smells of mead, brews, and Waterdeepian chicken waft through the air. It is a welcoming environment. It seems to be a very busy night. Many of the tables are full, and you do walk over to the TBN board is posted near the back by the restrooms, the in-houses they call them. I don't know. Does Waterdeep have indoor plumbing? I think they do. They have a sewer network.
Oh,
yeah. Sounds like a developed
Yeah.
system. Yeah, we've been in the sewer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've been in the sewer.
We've spent time down there.
You've been in the sewer. Oh, yeah. And you start perusing the board. Chaz, why don't you roll a d20 for me?
Yeah.
Can Kavan read?
Oh,
Yes.
of course. Of course. Not very good, but he can.
I got a 7 on my roll on the board. I think I'm gonna get distracted and see the tavern license and just kind of start sketching that in my little investigator's notepad over here.
Mm-hmm.
As you're perusing the board, one of the postings catches your eye because up at the top is one of the largest amounts that was posted up there. This is for 200 gold.
Ooh.
And it's actually for a shop. It's a shop in the North Ward, a shop clothing shop, and it is claiming that there is some sort of creature that keeps coming out of the sewer grate near their shop at night, and it is terrorizing customers and attacking the local cats. They have made complaints with the city watch, but nothing has been happened yet. So they are taking they're taking matters into their own hands, and they're willing to pay out of pocket to get this problem resolved.
That sounds like right up our alley.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're good at going into sewers. We're good at waiting for something to pop up because we've done that.
Tracking animals, I'm great at that.
Yeah. I'll reach up and pull this one off.
It does have the address of the shop in the North Ward. It's called Fancy Fancies.
Ooh, fancy fancies. It's a good thing we have our fancy barbarian with us.
The question is, do you guys want to, have dinner here at the tavern, or are you wanting to head right to the North Ward?
Question, when was the last time we took a rest?
Well, this adventure, you're well rested.
From recouping in the tavern.
Yes.
Okay.
So we started this day's adventure like in the morning.
Dolan looks like hell, but he's ready to go.
He's had as much rest as he normally gets. 2 hours a night, that's all he needs.
That's all he needs. I think we go right now. We need the money.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, big guy.
Yeah, the chicken, it doesn't smell the same anymore either. I'm not even hungry.
Yeah, now that we know, it's a little hard, and I look down at Sluggy.
Oh.
It's funny what happens when you learn where your food comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'll eat real chickens all day long.
Oh yeah, they're delicious. It's the Waterdeepian chicken.
I'm also, as I'm looking at Sluggy, like you mentioned, is growing very rapidly, and I'm gonna ditch the Slugbjorn and move him into my adventurer's pack and carry him on my back now because
Excellent. Yeah, he is
big.
definitely day by day growing larger and larger. He is able to see right over your shoulder and is enjoying his new perch on your adventurer pack.
And it's crazy because it's Kavan, and then Penny's on Kavan's shoulder, and then we have a yellow slug on Penny's shoulder. So it's like a triple totem pole.
Totally.
It's a lovely night in the spring of Waterdeep. The nights are still rather cold, but this evening it's unseasonably warm. It's quite nice, and because of this, there's probably a lot more people than normal on the streets. It takes you a little bit longer to get up to the North Ward than you would have thought. There was a bit of foot traffic and lots of carriages, but you eventually are standing in front of the entrance to the Fancy Fancies.
Mm-hmm.
Clothing for the discerning Waterdavian. It says in small lettering underneath the sign.
I want to go in.
Yeah.
This is Kavan's like favorite thing. I'm sure you want like another montage or something.
As you enter the shop, you are your eyes are bombarded with delightful dresses and shirts and capes and accessories of a variety of colors and textures, and a well-dressed, sharply dressed woman is standing behind a counter, and she sees you as you come in, and she'll address you. Well, hello, and good evening. What can the Fancy Fancies do for you for this fine night?
Well, actually, we might be able to do something for you.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Did you find my posting on the TBN?
Yeah. How long ago did you post that?
It was yesterday morning, so it hasn't quite even been 2 days.
Ah, I see. Oh, that's all I've got.
Okay, well, very good.
We'd love to help you, of course.
Do you, I mean, you certainly look like capable folk, especially this one. I see he does most of his speaking with his arms and not so much with his mouth. Yes, there is some sort of creature. I have not seen it myself. I've only seen the destruction it wreaks, but many of my patrons have seen some sort of large crawling monstrosity slithering about in the darkness, has scared them away. One of them has actually even been attacked. He got bit quite nastily on his foot and has been laid up in his home ever since. He missed actually a ball last weekend. It was terrible.
Was the wound... Initially, I'm thinking carrion crawler. However, was the wound poisoned at all, or?
Yes, it did seem to have a certain amount of filth. He had to seek clerical intervention, or else he may have lost the leg.
Perhaps we should visit him and try to get a look at the bite and see if we can identify the creature from the tooth pattern or beak or whatever.
I'm more than happy to give you his address. Yes, the creature has been spotted near the sewer entrance on this street. Yes, if you're able to bring me proof of its demise, I will gladly pay you the 200 gold as promised.
How long have these attacks been happening?
Oh, it's been about 2 weeks, and I'll tell you, the City Watch has disappointed me. Apparently, they're so busy with the war going on in the streets between the Zentarum and the Xanathar Guild that they couldn't deign to dispatch someone to take care of this for us.
What a shame.
Mostly attacking the neighborhood cats.
Yes, my own cat, Fluffy, has gone missing.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
Thank you. I fear the worst. She's never been gone this long before.
It sounds like it's some really bad situation going on, and
It really is. It's terrible. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little worked up. Excuse me.
just so you know, you can put your mind at ease because the Troll Skull champions are here.
Oh, that's a nice name. I've never heard of you, but take care for me, and I shall sing your praises to all my customers. And trust me, I have some very important people that shop here.
Chaz writes something down in his notebook.
We're still workshopping it a little bit, but Troll Skull Champions is where we're at right now. But if we change it, we'll come back and let you know.
Okay, well, thank you. It's a strong name. I like it. It's quite nice.
Stupid.
Stupid.
Chaz is kind of nodding along. Yeah,
Yeah.
he underlined something a couple of times in his notebook.
It's not bad.
TSC.
Yeah.
So, is it every night that the attacks happen, or?
It seems like almost every night there's been some sort of sighting or incident for 2 weeks now.
Now, can you just show us the grate that you think it's been coming out of just out here?
Yes, she comes out from behind the counter. She grabs a little lantern that was hanging on the wall by the door, and takes you just down the street and shows you the sewer access and explains this is where the creature has been seen most often. This is the main access for this street, but and all the alleyways roundabout and up and down the street, there has been incidents. Like I say, the neighborhood cats don't even come around here anymore.
Well, we'll bid you the fond farewell, and we will bring you proof of the death of this creature is terrorizing the neighborhood.
Thank you so much.
So what's our play here? We just want to go in the sewer. We look around for tracks. Let's see what we can see right now. Let's look. Let's investigate a little bit. Penny.
Maybe we need some cats. Is there an animal shelter in the town, Dolan? Do you know?
Well, yeah. I mean, always is. Normally you can't throw a stick without hitting a cat around here. So, I mean, we don't even need to go. We could just go to the next ward and grab some cats. They're free on the street.
What if we dress me up like a cat? Similar to what we did with Kavan. Because I'm just, maybe a little bit bigger than your average cat, but maybe that would work, and then we could trick them.
Yeah,
that sounds fun.
Well, first, can you put your animal tracking senses into play around the area? Maybe you see some tracks or something. Give us an edge.
Certainly, yeah.
Before we get you suited up,
and then we dress her up like a cat.
Yeah.
Great. Survival skills would be the excellent. Would be the role we would like. Survival, I think, would be one of your skills.
Ooh.
A 19.
Nice.
You have become more and more familiar with the ways of the city, and you are finding signs around the sewer grate of like scratches almost on the stone that are consistent with a many-legged creature coming in and out
carrion crawler
quite often. You think that Dolan's initial instinct might be correct, that you might be dealing with a creature, if not exactly this, very similar to a carrion crawler, something that is known for underground living, but because of the extensive underground network of the Undermountain beneath this city, it is not unheard of or beyond the realm of possibility that such a creature could be roaming up here on the surface.
Dealing with an insect, a large insect, huh? That's going to be troublesome because an insect, they don't understand fear or emotions. Yeah, this could be a challenge.
Penny, your expert knowledge of all things nature, and you actually have a bit of knowledge about this specific creature. You have in your mind 2 courses of actions that you're confident are. You think that you could make a very compelling lure for this creature, perhaps luring it into a specific location, or you also are fairly confident that you'd be able to track it to its lair. Both options are on the table for Penny and well within your skill set.
So I'm going to get out my little notebook because Chaz had his little notebook, and I want to seem official with this. I'm thinking maybe we use 2 of my skills. We combine them. I could try to track a little bit closer to its lair, and then, assuming the powers that be allow me to do this, I could minor illusion to look like a little cat and maybe do some meowing to lure it out of its lair, and you guys could jump on it. That's kind of my best idea. And I'm drawing like a playbook kind of sketch of like how I think it's going to go down. Like mainly it's just a picture of a cat.
Well, it's doable. I think we should go for it. We just got to get the sewer grate open.
That is easily done with Kavan one-handedly could lift the grate from its purchase in the floor. And there is luckily an iron ladder that descends down into the sewers. You are bombarded by a now familiar smell of the Waterdeepian sewer system, and you find yourself below. It does not take Penny long to pick up the trail of this carrion crawler, and you follow it down a few twists and turns, and eventually you think the amount of tracks and scrapes has greatly increased. And so, Penny, you are quite certain that you are near a heavily trafficked area of this creature's normal path, and it might be the perfect place to prepare your trap.
Do I see any like scat or anything that helps me like feel a little bit more certain about what type of creature it is?
Yes, there is quite a bit, and it has confirmed your suspicions that this most likely is a carrion crawler that you are pursuing.
Tasty scat. It's a good, yeah.
Are you eating it as we find it?
You're supposed to like taste it to see how many moons it's been,
or smell it. You could just smell it.
Yeah, I've never learned that, but okay, cool technique.
You can cup their hands around it to feel the warmth too.
Yeah, that's true.
How fresh it is.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'm gonna hop off Kavan's shoulder because I assume.
Unfortunately, mixed amongst the scat, you do find a fair amount of cat hair.
I thought you were going to say 200 gold pieces. But,
Okay, I guess I'm gonna hop down and like stand in the least deep part of the sewer. Because last time it was like I couldn't stand fully in it. Was that the issue?
This area, there are rather large like walkways, well not rather large, but about 5-foot pathways that are on either side of
like
of the sewage river. The sewage river is still, it is pretty deep. I don't think Penny would really want to get in there unless you would be able to stand, but it would be like up to your neck. It's a good 2 foot deep.
No one wants that much sewer water on them anyway.
So I think you definitely want to pick a side and stay there.
Okay.
But this is an area where there are several, it's almost like a 4-way intersection. So there are several places to be able to hide or make one's appearance not so present.
Someone needs to hold Sluggy.
I mean, is there like a perch you can put him on? Because I'm taking off my purple nice stuff.
I mean,
and I'm
he's in a
putting it somewhere.
backpack. I'm like holding the backpack out. Is anyone taking him?
Here's the
I'm not
deal.
gonna risk his
Is
life.
there a hook? Is there a hook we can hook it on somewhere?
All right, I'll take Sluggy.
Someone just hold the baby.
I'll take Sluggy.
I mean, the thing is, he's a slug. He's a natural in this environment.
I just don't want him to get eaten.
Yeah, he could slug up to the roof. Just tell him to do something.
I'll hold Sluggy.
Just hold the baby. He's in a backpack.
Chaz has taken over protection duties of Sluggy.
Yeah,
I'm
very
kind of holding the
insulted.
backpack a little away from me, kind of turning it a little bit, looking at him, like kind of staring him in his beady little eyes. Like, all right.
I guess what I'll do is wherever she sets up. So like you're gonna turn yourself into a little cat, and we're gonna I don't know. I guess try to set a trap or like an ambush, but it might be hard to like set that up in a sewer tunnel.
Chaz, do you have any like magic traps you could set or anything like that?
I mean, I've kind of got Sluggy in like the crook of my arm, and I'm making sure that I can still make the little like triangle with my two hands together. The motion that I'd need to make to put like a lot of fire out of my hands. Okay,
Yeah,
making sure that
you could secure Sluggy on your back. The straps
He's in a
are
backpack.
adjustable. Yeah, they're adjustable.
okay.
George a small
He's in a
backpack.
backpack?
Yeah.
I guess I'm ready. Yeah.
I will crouch down.
Yeah, we're in like a four-way intersection, so there's lots of corners and like you said, the walls aren't perfectly even. There's plenty of little alcoves that you could try and find yourself. Dolan, you easily find yourself melding into the darkness of the sewers.
Yes.
I'll pick a corner, and I'll just have my sword ready.
Penny, you have enacted your illusion and covered yourself. What are the markings of the cat that you
I
have,
can
created?
imagine that the cat is still wearing the gnome hat.
It's a gnome cat.
Let's get on that, TSR artists.
Yeah. Well, I'm down in the sewer. Anyway, gnome accent. You get it. And I feel like you would see a lot of like alley cats. So I'm just imagining I'm like a classic tabby, and maybe
Perfect.
like I've cast the illusion so like half of one of my ears is missing, so I look convincing. Yeah, and I'm gonna clear my throat and try to get some convincing meows out. Meow. Oh, meow, meow, and just keep trying to make them more and more convincing.
As your meows echo through the sewers, it does not take long before you hear the scuttling sounds of some creature approaching.
Oh no.
After a few more moments, a black glossy eye appears around the corner, and a yellow brownish chitinous form slithers in. It is quite massive, this creature. They extend like almost 10 feet from head to tail, and its mass is quite bulky. It has two large black lifeless eyes and hundreds of legs and a maw surrounded by tentacles. And there seem to be two feelers that keep like touching the sides of the wall and are almost smelling the air. It comes upon the cat form of Penny, and it seems coiled and about to pounce. Roll initiative.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. The carrion crawler goes first.
Unfortunately
Oh, no.
for the poor Penny, the carrion crawler is the quickest to act, and it pounces forward towards the tabby, and one of its tentacles reaches out and tries to strike her. it rolls a 26 versus Penny's AC, which even in tabby form, I think that's enough to get through your your defenses. You take 4 poison damage as some poison starts to flow through. I need Penny to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, big yikes.
DC 13.
Oh, you got this.
Penelope, the adventures you've had and the near scrapes with death has truly strengthened your constitution. Your gnomish resolve beats back this foul poison that is now coursing through your veins, and you do not take any other additional effects from this. Unfortunately, the terrible tentacle that struck you is not this creature's only defense. It also has a terrible maw with nasty pinchers, and one of those tries to take off the leg of the illusionary tabby. But it strikes at a part of the illusion that was truly just illusion, and completely misses as its pinchers go right through your hind legs.
Does it break the illusion, or does it still see me as a cat?
It does not break the illusion. This creature doesn't seem to be intelligent enough to really decipher the fact of why this his pincers just went right through. Any higher intelligent being would definitely see through this illusion, but it holds fast against the carrion crawler with an intelligence of 1.
Ooh, so stupid.
Penelope, you now get to reply.
Yeah, so I am going to do 2 things as a quick little action. I'm going to try to shoot him with my crossbow, but then at the same time, I'm also going to try to use Hail of Thorns to make it a little bit more effective here. So let's start with the crossbow.
Your crossbow bolt certainly flies true and strikes the carrion crawler.
All right, so, and then since I'm gonna cast Hail of Thorns, I need you to do a dexterity save.
Completely fails. Describe to me what this Hail of Thorns. So as you're shooting this arrow, something happens to it.
Additional sprouts, like sprouting thorns, are gonna come right out after the arrow and just fly towards this creature.
Yeah, so all of these additional thorns that sprout from the arrow pierce the chitin of the carrion crawler. He takes additional piercing damage from it.
Yeah, not a ton though. Okay. Yeah, I'm imagining it's like my arrow shoots out and then there's like thorn shrapnel that comes with it, is what I understand.
The thorns embed into his skin underneath his chitinous carapace and do additional piercing damage.
Nice.
Kavan the Mighty, hidden in shadow.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it was because I saw a cat getting attacked. Made me real upset, you know? Also, you know, Penny. So I will rage. And I'm going to recklessly attack.
With great abandon, you leap forth from the darkness, wielding your mighty greatsword, and swing down upon the carrion crawler. Causing a critical hit, doing a massive amount of damage. You crack right through the carapace on its back and expose its gross yellowish flesh underneath. Much blood and ichor spurts forth from it, and the carrion crawler screams in a terrible, unearthly sound. Chaz Quartermain.
All right. Jazz has been thinking a lot about cats. He's going to use prestidigitation to try to cast the feeling of a cat's tail running between all the legs of this carrion crawler from front to back. So, in theory, the carrion crawler feels like cat's tails just ran underneath all its legs, and there's a cat behind it now.
Excellent. I'm going to have him do an intelligence saving throw. He certainly. Well, what is your spell DC, Chaz?
What?
What's your intelligence modifier? Well,
Yeah, let's just do that. Chaz, 3.
okay, perfect. So your spell DC is 13.
Cool.
The D&D math. All right, the carrion crawler, Chaz. You see its legs lurch and its head is distracted, and it tries to follow this trail of false cathood you have left for it. For its hunger is great. Dolan, the carrion crawler is distracted. You will have advantage on whatever action you take against it.
What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my short bow. Cause I imagine I'm over the, I'm like across one of the channels.
Gotcha. You're on the other side of the sewage river.
Yeah. So this will give me a sneak attack, correct?
Absolutely, for he is completely distracted.
That's a 17.
Your arrow flies true, doing a mighty 10 points of piercing damage.
And then I will do a hide action as my roguish action, and I'll jump back.
You dive back into the shadows. Give me a stealth check.
Nope.
Rolling a 7 on your stealth check. Unfortunately, jumping back, you feel a twinge in your back, and you kind of scream out involuntarily. You're not too sure that you're as well hidden as you would like. The carrion crawler now retaliates. Unable to find that fine feline that ran between its legs, it turns its attention back against the mighty Kavan, striking at you with advantage.
Nice.
First with its poisonous tentacles.
Ugh.
Rolling a mighty 22 versus your AC, you feel the poison start to course through your veins. You actually take all of that poison damage, for you cannot shrug that off with your current rage. And make a Constitution saving throw for me, please. You, unfortunately, the poison is starting to overcome, and you are now paralyzed. This poison has frozen up the muscles of your body. You get to repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
What I like how his body is starting to seize up, but his face is still enraged. So his expression is, and he's starting.
The carrion crawler now follows up with its nasty biting pincers. And easily getting through your AC. I believe, unfortunately, when you're in the paralyzed conditions, the creature has advantage and any attack is automatically a crit. Yes, that is correct.
Oof.
So I need to roll the damage.
That's horrible.
Once again.
It ain't great.
Okay, so you take a mighty 12 points of piercing damage. But, as Dolan pointed out, your rage is still fueling you. So you shrug off half of that, only taking 6 points of actual piercing damage.
It's so stupid. He's so angry, but he can't move. Now he's angry because he can't move.
Penelope, you see Kavan frozen in anger and taking a nasty bite from this creature. What do you do?
Let me see. Would good berries help him? How do I get rid of the paralyzedness?
You know that the good berries would not get rid of this. It would need some sort of neutralizing, like poison neutralizing antidote, of which you could possibly put together, but you don't have anything prepared right now.
There's not a ton of time.
What might be most helpful is to get that terrible creature distracted and to have it stop feeding upon him.
Okay, so I'm just gonna I've wasted a little bit of time thinking about if I can help him, so I'm just going to panic, pull out my crossbow, and shoot at it again.
Your bow does fly true. Do you lace it with any more of your ranger?
I don't. I'm going to save
abilities?
my other spell slot to potentially make some good berries if any of us get too messed up. Planning ahead.
That is an excellent plan. The bow strikes the creature again right in its back. In the part of his haunches that have been exposed by Kavan's mighty blow, the creature screams out again and does turn its attention back towards you, Penny. Kavan, it is now your turn. Your rage is feeling you to unbelievable levels at this point. I need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I did.
You shrug off this paralyzing poison. Unfortunately, this happens at the end of your turn, but you are no longer paralyzed from the carrion crawler's poison.
But I am so raged.
Oh, there are so many more veins all over your neck right now.
Yeah.
Veins that we didn't even know even existed. Chaz Quartermain.
All right.
The carrion crawler is definitely taken a terrible beating from all the arrows sprouting from his back, and its armor is exposed. But it is now turned its attention and seems to pounce the feline Penelope.
Mage Hand's gonna reach out and try to grab one of the tentacles. Chaz is gonna try to do is grab a tentacle and try to whack the carrion crawler with its own tentacle. That's the goal here.
You could actually just make a spell attack with that. So you could just roll a d20 plus 4.
Yeah, for sure. I got 11.
Unfortunately, that is a little low. This creature's AC is 13, so as you guide the mage hand out to grab one of his tentacles, which certainly would have caused it great consternation, you swipe at it and you do miss.
Well, these things happen.
Dolan, Shingle Splinter.
Well, I am vulnerable to lower back damage. I did tweak my lower back. However, I'm still going to notch another arrow and then come out to the side over the corner and shoot another longbow, short bow arrow. Hopefully I don't hurt my lower back again.
The creature being distracted by both Kavan and Penelope, which count as friendly combatants. You strike a critical hit. Roll your sneak attack again, because critical hit will double your sneak attack. Doing a mighty amount of damage. Actually, this arrow, it hits right into the back of the carrion crawler's head, severing its brainstem. And just as it was about to pounce on the tiny Penelope, it stops dead in its tracks and just drops dead to the floor.
We did it.
How's Sluggy? Is Sluggy okay? I yelled over to Chaz.
Yeah, I picked Sluggy up from where I dropped him in all the excitement, pretend like I'd been holding him the whole time. He's fine. He's fine. He's great. He's fine.
Is everybody okay?
Kavan? Kavan?
I'm moving around again. I'm all right. I think I got bit real hard.
Do we still have any healing potions
Some bit me.
in our loot?
You are currently sitting on just one healing potion. One final healing potion.
Save that.
As far as Kavan, it is a bad scrape that he got. It's bleeding a little bit, but nothing looks life-threatening to him.
Let's go check out that lair.
Yeah, we're going to have to cut off the head of this thing, though.
Oh, for sure.
You'll have to show...
I do it.
One mighty sweep. Yeah, that actually finally dissipates the last of your rage.
Yeah.
And you've come back to yourself. You seem to have somehow grown back to your normal size. There's always this presence about you in your rays that makes you look even bigger than you truly are. Kavan is now sheathed his sword, carrying the carrion crawler's head about. Do you want to search back and find its lair and search that out?
And we're gonna kick the corpse into the middle of the sewer.
It flows away disgustingly down the river. Penelope, you are easily able to track back into essentially there's like a hole in the wall, and you can crawl through, and there's a small little cavern that the carrion crawler has made its home. It's filled with, unfortunately, a lot of cat bones. There is actually a humanoid skeleton in here.
Oh, you hate to see it.
A lot of scat, and as you rifle through it, you do find a coin purse. Although rather filthy, you look in and there is an assortment of gems and coins inside of it. That is nice.
Yeah.
Hey, whenever you say scat, I keep on thinking. I keep on thinking there's. I think there's like whenever you say scat, there's the guy that shows up and.
Jazz.
The jazz hands with the wiggly fingers. Yeah.
The mage hands.
Let me ask, do I see any signs that there might be more than one of these, or any like eggs, if it lays eggs or anything like that?
Interesting. Why don't you give me a nature check?
You got it. That's what I'm worried. I don't want us to be blindsided by there being more than one of these. Oh, nice.
Yeah, you are quite sure that this was a male of the species. There are no sign of there being a mate or any egg sac. This seems to be a rogue male who must have traveled up to the surface and made its home here.
That's a relief.
We're good. We got a moldy pouch of coins. We got a carrion crawler head. Now we just got to head up.
Let's go get paid.
Yeah. We're making the neighborhood safer.
As you emerge triumphantly from the sewer and walk into the shop, at first the shop owner cannot quite hold back her disgust from the smell that's certainly wafting into her shop. But as soon as you hold up the creature's head, she barely stifles a scream, "Oh!" but soon gains her composure and could not thank you enough. Thank you so much. I did not expect it to happen so quickly. You've been gone merely a few hours, and here the problem is solved. Oh, do you mind putting the creature's head outside? Excuse me. The smell is, it's quite awful.
Quite prodigious.
It's a prodigious smell.
Put it outside.
We could mount this in our tavern, couldn't we?
Yeah, right next to the troll skull.
Maybe we air it out for a while first.
Oh yeah, we air it out for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll take it and I'll grab it and take it outside.
She counts out the 200 gold pieces. I'm going to place it into a nice decorative velvet bag that has the embroidered symbol of her shop, the FF, the fancy fancies. She thanks you so. I cannot thank you enough. Thank you so much. I shall make sure to pass along that the Troll Skull Champions are the ones to call upon if you are in need of a helping hand.
I guess that's the name now. Yeah. No, do that. Thank you.
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah.
I mean, did you guys have it? I mean, what do you think, Chaz? You had some. You made some notes.
Nah, it's good. You tell everyone the Troll Skull Champions are on the case.
Tell your friends.
After you take the account of this 200 gold you made, and you price out the gems and the scattered coins in the filthy purse you found, you are now 275 gold richer. Still a little bit short of what you need if you want to have old Robert Villa do the work, but of course you had some other ideas of how you might bring the tavern up to snuff. Certainly you feel quite accomplished for this night's adventure. What lies ahead for the Troll Skull Champions? Will this name stay? Is there some kind of copyright that we have to worry about? Find out next time on the 20-Sided Realms.
Wither in the feed. Ooh, bad hype.
Intro music composed by Symphonikev, and again the Soundscapes created by Syrinscape.com. Thank you so much for listening to the 20-Sided Realms. If you liked what you heard, please share it with others. Until next time.